mostly how tired we were. That was coming off the end of like 3 months. But I also remember how it was 2 different shows and every night the energy was the same. Because weren't they both sold out?
Yeah, they were. Gagarin. The reception was beautiful from everyone. You know, we've always had ambitions of coming to Europe and to Greece. You know, like just like specifically to Greece. You know, having our manager be from there, it's always been like on our list to one of the main countries we wanted to come to. So it's like really cool to have played for a huge crowd 2 nights in a row. You know, and then we gained a lot of fans. You know, that were like asking us constantly for the past year to come back as soon as possible. So
we did.
And we did. Yeah, we made it a point to have our own show, our own headline show in Greece.
Yeah.
I think Gene Simmons is wrong.
Yeah, and rock and roll never went anywhere. Like, it's not a genre, it's just an attitude. I mean, I never understood why people tried to reduce it down into something that was, confined to a decade or confined to a certain set of aesthetics. No, it's an attitude. And it's not dead, and it's not dying, and it's never going anywhere.
And I think if you look at a lot of the big festivals, there's a lot of rock bands, all over, like from all over the world. I guess the media likes to pull people's attention toward the pop stars, so to speak, or just like music that's kind of being put above everything else. But I feel like there's a really strong underground kind of culture still, and there always will be, because I think that's just, rock music to me is the kind of music that people get transformed by more than anything, I think it's headed that way, honestly. I really do. I always cite Måneskin from Italy as a band that's kind of broken a lot of people's perceptions of where rock music is. And I think it's like it's a band of kids essentially playing guitars, you know what I mean, and screaming in a microphone, drums and the works. There is kind of a paradigm shift happening as we speak, and I think more and more people are shifting their attention to, and I think social media has a lot to do with that too. It's not like rock and roll music's being shunned away per se. I think it's getting more embraced even in social media culture and TikTok. A lot of songs that do really well on TikTok are rock songs. So it's like, I think we are going to get to a point where it's like back in the 80s or even the 70s and 60s. It'll look different, obviously. It'll be that energy. Rock, more than anything, is an attitude and a way that an artist carries themselves. It's like even a lot of pop artists are adopting the rock look, and it's like, yeah, that's not yours, but you can take it if you want. Yeah. You can try, give your best shot.
Oh, we gave up trying.
Yeah.
We don't even try anymore. We would just say rock and roll. I mean, it sounds like we look.
We listen to all types of music, you know what I mean? Well, obviously, we're very influenced by a lot of hard rock from the 70s and 80s. And then we're also influenced by a lot of the alternative music from the 80s and 90s, and whether it's grunge or goth or post-punk. I think those are the ones that we feel most connected to. I think like it's kind of the sort of energy we feel most connected to. But you know, we have songs that are definitely more pop leaning. Also, being from Atlanta, we're influenced by hip hop too, because it's just the music we grew up around, or it was always in the peripheral, even if we weren't necessarily like listening to it at the time. It was around us. Basically, all the music that we love, whether or not it's rock music, just kind of filters into our sound somehow.
To fit the aesthetic, you know, and it has to be something that you're like you want to listen to for the rest of your life, which is probably going to be short if you're on a desert island. So like,
yeah, right.
It's like the soundtrack to your eventual death by dehydration. Am I helping?
Zeppelin 4. That's probably, that's like, to me, like my favorite album ever. It just, to me, it's perfect in every way. So, yeah.
Yeah. Weren't we playing a bunch of like Deftones earlier in the green room?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Around the Fur by Deftones. Yeah.